So I decided to make a nesting box from some old wooden planks. First of all, I needed to separate them to the size, and everything has been planed, just on one side though, because I didn't want to do it both sides, as there's no point. And everything's not going as quick as this video, but the main thing is once you start doing these kind of things, you have some problems. And I had to change my blade, as this one I was cutting with, it was quite old, so it took me some time to change this thing, and I was catching back to do the video. And what I wanted to do is just to cut one side so it would be even, so I could, I was thinking of gluing two sides, but then just realized that there's no point gluing, as it's a nest box, so it needs to breathe. And then once I had everything there, evened up, one angle of the plank, I needed to sort out by the length, so I would know which side is going to be like sides of the nesting box, and which is going to be the front and the back. And then I realized that the two planks is not going to be enough, so I need to make a third one. So I'm cutting the middle parts, and this middle part is going to join and make nesting box a little bit wider on the front and the back. Of course, I prepared more planks than I needed. I thought I'm going to do 2 nesting boxes in one day, but always we think that we're going to do way much more, but it comes to the point where you understand that one is enough and there's no point to rush. I was thinking how to make it a little bit tighter, and how to join these 3 planks, so I decided to make few connections with small planks inside of the nesting box, so it's going to be joined literally from the inside, and the outside is going to be stay the same. I was too lazy to use the ruler, so I was thinking, how much space is going to be enough, and it looks like it would be better if I used the ruler, but you know, we always make mistakes, but it doesn't change the end effect and the whole project probably. Looking at this video, I'm judging myself that I'm not using any personal protective equipment. The wires for the extensions, everything is on the floor. So it looks like if I'm gonna continue doing these videos, I need to, first of all, to clean the garage and make it a little bit more safer. I got used to it, but it doesn't look right to the people that want to learn how to work with wood. I decided to glue the small part and nail it with thin nails, and this construction should be enough, because it's the first nesting box that I'm making, and I realized that after a year I'm just gonna go and check it how it's gonna look like. and everything goes pretty much straightforward. The first part is not the hardest one, but first I need to think a little bit, and afterwards I just do as it goes, not thinking too much. So as you see these small inside parts, I'm gonna connect everything inside, and on the outside of the nesting box is gonna be just plain planks. I had to make one more part like this to cover the top, so I just turned everything around and added 2 more planks and marked where the inside holding part should be, and glued and nailed it again. It doesn't look from the outside that there's something that I was like preparing to do, and I actually used these planks that I got from my father-in-law, and he was thinking to burn them, and he said like, oh, I remember that you do like working with wood, so maybe you're gonna do something with them. So he brought me the full sack of these ones, and I was holding them for like probably a year and a half. Nothing's been done, and then I realized that it's time to do something. I'm cutting a plywood for the bottom of the birdhouse, and I'm drilling the holes so I could easily screw the bottom. I'm screwing the bottom, not nailing it, because after a year, or maybe in winter, I'm gonna try to take the birdhouse nesting box down and clean everything inside, and to see that if it's holding, and maybe next time I'm just gonna be using more screws than nails and glue, but I bet that it's gonna be enough just nails. This part was quite fun because I had to cut the angles, and the equipment that I was using, the saw was not deep enough, so I had to cut it from one side, then turn it around, cut it from the other side, and the saw was not deep enough, so I had to finish everything with the handsaw. I placed few screws that would go through the front and through the back, and would go into the holding parts in the inside, so the birdhouse would be a little bit more sturdy, just to hold it a little bit extra, as I say. And then I found 2 small planks endings that I didn't burn, and I decided to make a roof from them. Of course, how to make an angle without checking what the angle is, but I haven't been using this tool for quite a while, so it took me a second to figure out how to measure the which angle I need to measure. And the fact is, the angle is 130 degrees, and my math is poor, so I was cutting a 30-degree angle, which was not enough. And even this video shows that this episode shows that I've done only one cut, but actually I made 3 cuts. After aligning this one, I made one more cut because I was not happy with the gap. And as well, I never do that thing would be like just ordinary shapes and ordinary curves. So I decided that the roof or the nesting house should be a little bit different than the others. And to make it a little bit more, how to say, and then different from the other birdhouses that I've seen in the woods where I'm walking my dog, I've decided to use the blowtorch. As well, it helps a little bit to preserve the wood from the rain and outside. But I think for preserving it from the water, it should be burnt a little bit more. And that's the second fail. This drill bit should be used to make the hinges, and it was old enough, so I had some problems screwing everything down. And as well, I was told that there shouldn't be this spot for like birds to rest, as it's more for the predators to sit on and take all the eggs from the birdhouse. So this is how it looks like, and I've decided to put some sort of straight away inside because the bird's gonna bring everything inside anyway, so it's just a little help for them. And the holding part, I went to walk my dog in the woods, so I took this birdhouse over there. The camera is shaking as it's been held. I had troubles to climbing into the tree, but I managed. This is my dog. And I finally got the birdhouse into the tree.